telling you, once that one hits, it's gonna be hot.
What kind of hot?
Real hot.
You and Aaron, was it Aaron Carter and you?
Yeah.
Lifting up your shirts?
No, Nick.
No, Nick Carter. They got these.
Buddha belly.
But the camera, I can't believe Nick did that.
You see, when you're in that darkness, you want to sit there and wait for the light to come. The only way out is to step forward, to face your fears, to become your own light.
Michael Jackson.
Love.
Love.
We've been through some crazy stuff, Michael and I together. Yes. He had a lot to say to me. He didn't really want to do much but sit down and talk to me. I got so much hate when I said Michael Jackson passed the torch to me. You guys realize that I have his jacket.
You have his glove too, right? I read.
I have his glove, I have his jacket. I have lots of things from him.
Aaron Carter's life was filled with highs, lows, and countless controversies, but what he revealed about Michael Jackson is enough to leave anyone speechless. Aaron once spoke about his strange encounter with MJ that still leaves so many questions unanswered. But here's where it gets even darker. Some of what Aaron said about Jackson now feels tied to deeper truths connected to Diddy. Aaron Carter, the late pop singer and younger brother of Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys, revealed a troubling memory involving Michael Jackson in his memoir, An Incomplete Story of an Incomplete Life. Aaron, who often described Jackson as a kind and generous mentor, dropped a bombshell about an unsettling night at Neverland Ranch.
Michael Jackson told me, in no uncertain terms, that settling that case in 1994 was the biggest mistake he'd ever made. He should never have settled it. He should have fought it through a trial. He would have won.
Aaron recounted staying over at Jackson's home after a birthday party. While the evening began innocently enough, it quickly turned dark. According to Aaron, Jackson set up a cot for him in the bedroom, a gesture he hadn't asked for but accepted because he was exhausted. In the middle of the night, Aaron says he woke up to find Jackson at the foot of his cot wearing only his tighty whities. Aaron described the moment as confusing and bizarre. He wrote, "I don't know if he was sleepwalking or what, but he seemed to still be asleep. He shouted, woke Jackson up, and told him to go back to his bed. Jackson reportedly mumbled something and complied." Aaron chose not to confront Michael about the incident the next day, brushing it off as one of the eccentricities people associated with the pop icon. What makes Aaron's story even more haunting is how it seems similar to other accusations leveled against Michael Jackson over the years. While Aaron always maintained that Jackson never harmed him, he did admit in interviews that the moment was a little bit inappropriate. His account adds another layer to the ongoing debates about Jackson's behavior around children and young teens.
So after I left the party, and the next day I smoked with Michael, and then I get in the limousine and I leave. I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal over here. There's 4 FBI agents waiting for me.
It's worth noting that Jackson himself admitted to having little people sleep in his bedroom, claiming it was an innocent act of love and companionship. In a 2003 documentary, Jackson famously said, "What's wrong with sharing love? Why should that be worrying?" But critics argued that his actions crossed boundaries, especially in light of the allegations he had already settled out of court in the 1990s. Aaron's revelation in his memoir, released after his death, has reignited these discussions, leaving fans divided. Some view Aaron's account as a genuine attempt to tell his truth, while others criticize it as a cash grab or attention-seeking move by the book's publishers.
I said, "Are y'all crazy?" I said, "What you think I'm gonna do? Tell you that Michael did something bad so that we can sue him for money?" That's what I told him. I was like, "You're crazy." And I looked over at my mom and I was like, "Are you serious, Mom?"
Also, Aaron's mysterious death at just 34 years makes everything even more crazy. Just before his death, he tweeted out to Kanye West to talk something out. It was around the same time Kanye was exposing Hollywood. So there have been speculations that Aaron wanted to team up with Kanye to expose his experiences in industry. But before he could do that, he drowned in his bathtub. Aaron Carter was a talented child star. He was only 9 years old when he dropped his self-titled debut album. Aaron may have been a victim of manipulation and the toxic culture that allegedly thrives in Hollywood. What's even more shocking, though, are claims that Aaron's parents may have been aware of his struggles and the dark experiences he endured, yet chose to turn a blind eye rather than protect him from harm.
Aaron Carter was despicable, though, because he begged for help in front of the world. He begged for financial support to help get him a private security team to keep him alive. He said on numerous occasions, "If anything happens to me, I promise you, I am not suicidal. And no one said anything.
Silence breaker for my brother, who is a artist, and now they're after my life. My whole family is after my life, and they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million, and they don't want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me. And Brad Paisley, who sued Sony Records for $10 million, they owe me money, and they're trying to off. And I'm begging you and I'm pleading you, help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can so I can move to an undisclosed location where I am safe.
Aaron's life was marked by trauma and a desperate need for validation, raising questions about whether he was ever truly able to process his experiences with Jackson or others in the industry.
Following developing news tonight in Lancaster, where pop star Aaron Carter has died at the age of 34.
Yeah, the troubled performer grew up in the limelight, but he was in and out of rehab several times in his short life.
For years, Aaron described Jackson as a really good guy and expressed gratitude for their friendship. But as he grew older, his narrative shifted, hinting at complexities and contradictions in their relationship. The question now is whether Aaron's story will finally force a deeper reckoning with the entertainment industry's history of enabling questionable behavior, or if it will simply become another tabloid headline. And Michael Jackson isn't the only name Aaron Carter implicated in his shocking revelations. Diddy has his own ties to Aaron Carter, and they're raising eyebrows. No cap. Aaron's sudden passing in 2022 has sparked countless theories, and when you connect the dots, it's hard to ignore the eerie patterns. Aaron tragically died in a bathtub, joining a chilling list of celebrities who passed under similar circumstances. Whitney Houston, her daughter Bobby Christina, and even Matthew Perry. Fans aren't letting this slide, with one tweeting, Aaron Carter died in a bathtub, Matthew Perry died in a hot tub, Whitney Houston died in a bathtub, Elvis Presley died in a bathroom. Are there more? The similarities have folks side-eyeing hard. Could there really be a sinister pattern connecting these tragedies? But it doesn't stop there. Aaron's death isn't just about eerie coincidences. His own cryptic warnings before he passed hint at a much darker truth, one that could tie directly back to Hollywood elites like Diddy.
The death of Aaron Carter. The former child pop singer was found in his bathtub in his California home on Saturday. According to the LA Times, quoting law enforcement sources, he was 34 years old.
Before his death, Aaron had been vocal about feeling trapped, literally. He claimed his realtor refused to sell his home and that he was desperate to escape. These cries for help, initially dismissed as paranoia, are now being revisited in light of his connections to powerful figures like Diddy.
Penn, you said you take opiates for surgeries that you've had in the past. Do you ever worry that you could ever overdose?
I mean, there's always that worry, but there's also the fact that I had to kiss my sister goodbye in the coffin.
Photos from Aaron's younger years show him hanging out with Diddy at what seemed like harmless industry events. But here's where it gets disturbing. Insiders suggest Aaron may have been pulled into Diddy's infamous parties, exclusive gatherings with no rules, where wild indulgence and alleged exploitation were the norm. Rumors suggest Aaron's attendance at these parties wasn't entirely voluntary. Even worse, there are whispers that hidden cameras at these events capture more than just party antics. It's no wonder he hinted at feeling unsafe and even feared for his life in the months leading up to his death.
Yeah, you think maybe when you get a little older, you'll mellow out a little bit, be a little more like him? Or
No, I don't think so.
Like
I think I'm just going to get worse.
That's good. That's good. I think everybody will enjoy that. So
one of the most cryptic moments before Aaron's death was his tweet to Kanye West. Yo, Kanye, let's talk man to man. At the time, Kanye was already making waves, calling out Hollywood elites for their disturbing levels of control over the industry. Fans now believe Aaron was trying to warn Kanye or share something critical about what he knew.
I go on my Twitter and I see people saying, you look like you have AIDS, you should go die. I don't understand how I dedicated 22 years of my life to my fans, and now they turn on me.
Do you regret ever getting involved in?
I didn't have a choice. It got bad.
Kanye, in turn, has accused figures like Harley Pasternak and Diddy of being part of this Hollywood machine. Pasternak, known for working with celebrities, allegedly sent Kanye chilling messages through institutionalization if he didn't fall in line. Kanye's claims, coupled with Aaron's plea, paint a picture of an industry that silences those who step out of line.
This is a great question. Who else does Harley Pasternak train? Well, according to his website, he trains a lot of celebrities, or at least has trained at one point. This is Harley Pasternak's website. It says, transform your body, transform your life. I scrolled down and I went to see Harley's celebrity clients.
The timing of Aaron's tweet and his sudden death has left fans wondering, was Aaron silenced because he refused to comply?
Patriots, this is a hot update. Patriots, check in. The Diddy news is about to drop. Jaguar Wright just made a video talking about how Aaron Carter was going to expose the diddler and the Hollywood elite.
Rumors of hidden tapes showing what went on at these infamous parties have only added to the mystery. Allegedly, these tapes could expose a side of Hollywood no one wants to see. For Aaron, being associated with such footage would have been a nightmare. To make matters worse, Kanye claimed that Diddy acted as a middleman for Hollywood's elites, delivering threats and maintaining the status quo. Could Aaron's knowledge of this system have made him a target? Fans are convinced that his connection to both Diddy and Kanye wasn't coincidental.
We found out that my trainer was a MK Ultra Canadian intelligence.
He worked in the defense research and development in the Canadian military, essentially working on psyops
Who's
in
this
the
guy?
Canadian military. This is Harley Pasternak.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me.
Aaron's life was far from simple. He was thrust into fame at a young age with little protection from the industry's darker forces. As he grew older, Aaron's understanding of what he had been exposed to deepened, and it seems like he was ready to talk. But tragically, he never got the chance. The internet has been talking with theories about Aaron's tragic story. One user pointed out, "I think it's crazy work that Aaron has a tattoo saying love under his eye, and then Diddy changed his name to Love after his death." Another added, "My heart breaks for Aaron. He didn't even get to see these losers be exposed. That would have been so healing for him. He probably would still be alive." It's clear Aaron's story is leaving people shaken and with a lot of questions about the timing and connections in this tangled web. So what do you think? Was Aaron Carter onto something bigger than we ever imagined? Are these connections between him, Michael Jackson, and Diddy just coincidences, or do they point to a darker truth about Hollywood's underbelly? And what about those cryptic warnings and unsettling patterns? Could Aaron's story be the key to unraveling secrets the industry desperately wants to keep hidden? Let me hear what y'all think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get this conversation going. And don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into Hollywood's shadowy side. If this blew your mind, wait until you see our next video where we expose the dark secrets behind Kanye West's explosive accusations against the elite. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.